What's poppin' YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Astro and Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And in this video right here is if you have a Mars in Sagittarius. And I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know what your Mars sign is, if you don't know yourself through astrology or numerology, if you don't understand how important it is to learn about yourself through astrology and numerology, if you're just starting off your journey of self-love, self-knowledge, self-awareness, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos. I put the link in the description. You have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you looked at your birth chart or your natal chart, it's the same thing. And you realize you have a Mars in Sagittarius, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Now you already know before I start, I'm gonna give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Mars and Sagittarius people look like and act like in reality. So to start, we got Rihanna, Jennifer Lopez, Kim Kardashian, Mariah Carey, Kendall Jenner, your boy Lil Wayne, Jackie Chan, Erykah Badu, Ice Cube, Toni Braxton, Tyler Perry, Ashanti, and Timbaland. Alright, so boom, Mars and Sagittarius. First of all, your Mars placement in astrology tells you your action, it tells you your drive, it tells you your passions, it tells you how you like to have sex, it tells you how you like to go about doing what you're passionate about, it tells you how you like to go about getting what you want. Now, Venus is what you're attracted to. Mars is like how you go about getting that attraction. And now for the men, your Mars placement tells you your love language, how you act like when you're in love. For women, the Mars placement tells you what you're attracted to, what you're looking for in a partner. And now Venus, for men, tells you what you're looking for in a partner, what you're attracted to. And the Venus for the women tells you your love language, how you act like when you're in love. So having a Mars and Sagittarius. So boom, first thing I think about, we all know Sagittarius is love their freedom. We hear this all the time, love their freedom, love to travel. They're all about the higher learning. They're all about exploring. And Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. So Jupiter is all about expansion. Jupiter represents expansion, represents luck. So Sagittarius people are very optimistic because they really feel like their life is all about exploring. Everything is like big and grand and like the whole world is mine and I could do whatever I want kind of thing. I can experience whatever I want. I can explore wherever I want. I could like, they look at the world like the world is like a big place that you just have to explore and like and learn everything and anything around it and about it. So like that's like their general energy. So having a Sagittarius in your Mars placement, remember Mars equals action. What y'all like really love doing, what's like what you put your drive in, what you really put your passion into. Matter of fact, whatever you are passionate about, y'all like to because Sagittarius is a fire sign, y'all could be like type to be impatient. So like when you're passionate about something, when you want to get something done, you automatically just want to kickstart and like get into it and start it, like impatiently sometimes. But basically, like having a Mars and Sagittarius, y'all are gonna be the type that always wants to. You're passionate about higher learning, like expanding yourself and expanding your mind, especially. Now, peeps. So Sagittarius, the opposite of Sagittarius is Gemini. Remember, Gemini loves to their mind keeps going. They like to communicate. They like intellectual conversations. They like to expand their like intellectual mind. They like to communicate and talk a lot, but they like to always keep their mind busy somehow. The opposite of Gemini is Sagittarius. So it's the same axis, so they have similar energies. Sagittarius people like to expand themselves, and the best way you can expand yourself, especially Sagittarius, we're talking about the mind, so they like to expand their mind. They're all about the higher learning. They really like to like study things and like they really actually care about learning about different things. They really care about really understanding things that otherwise they would not have been taught unless they teach themselves or they learn from somebody else. They're really all about the higher learning. So the best way to explore, to expand your mind, is through traveling constantly. They always have a need to want to get around and travel. They're not the type at all that could be stuck in the house all day, cooped up, watching Netflix, cuddling with their partner. They don't like just being stagnant in one spot. Why that is because their mind needs a constant change of scenery. Geminis need a constant like stimulation. They need somebody that's like can constantly keep their mind going. Sagittarius needs constant change of scenery. They need to look around and see different things a lot, because when you're in a different scenery, when you're in a different place, when you're different cultures, and you're looking around, and your mind and your brain can like see different things and see different environments, that's what keeps their mind expansive, because they're going to be learning about, oh, I'm in a new place right now, so I'm going to learn like where I'm at. I'm about to learn the people around here, what kind of language they speak, what kind of food they eat, how they dress. Like, it's all about being in a new scene, being in new scenery, and looking around and seeing like different things, and like expanding yourself through experience, because they're very adventurous, very spontaneous. They like to do things. Their fire signs just like to be active, so they like to do things physically too. So having a constant change of scenery is what keeps them stimulated and keeps them happy. Basically, they need to have a constant change of scenery. So make sure you keep that in mind. If you're dating these kind of people, you're gonna want to like plan trips so they could change their scenery. That's what keeps them stimulated. And their perfect partner is having a partner, which is like a best friend, that they can travel with and experience the world with and go on adventures with. Like I said this in my Sagittarius Venus video, you're going to be dating Dora the Explorer, or Diego, I forgot his other name, but Diego and Dora the Explorer, they like to explore. They're all about exploring things and just experiencing life. They're all about the experience of life. They're not all about being stuck and stagnant, doing the same thing every day. They're not really, I'm not going to say reliable, but they're not really into like the stagnant things that like earth signs like to do, because earth signs have a goal in their head. I want to make this much, so I have to do this, do that, carry out the things. For them, when they wake up, is I want to explore. I want to do something new. I want to experience something. I want to feel something. I want to learn something new. I want to expand my mind. They're all about broadening and expanding their mind. Remember, Jupiter, expansive, expanding their mind. They are the type to be very optimistic. Y'all do get a lot of good luck in your life just because of you having like the optimistic mind point, the optimistic attitude and optimistic viewpoint of life. So you always feel like whatever people say you can't do, you automatically say, just because you said that, I'm gonna do it, and I can do it, and I will do it. Like, they just have this they have this thing about them that they just hate people that try to tell them what to do, and they'll do like the exact opposite, or they hate being like confined in one spot. They always have this like mindset that I can be greater than what people think. I could be greater than what people like think I should be. I could be greater than just what's inside the box. Like, I could really get outside the box. I could really like do anything, basically. Like, the whole world to them is like a big world to explore and to just like experience. So they could really in their head feel like they could do anything. So because of that, they need to have like that freedom to do anything. So they need to have that freedom. You have to give them space to be themselves, to explore and to experience things. A partner that is constantly, where you at? What you doing? Why don't you call me yesterday? Why are you taking so long to text me back? Like, a partner that's constantly imposing on their freedom, like imposing on their free spiritness, is something that really gets them mad and gets them like ticked off, because like they live in their life, and if they're dating you, you need to be the type that can trust them, that can give them space. You also have to be the type that likes your space and likes to expand yourself and likes to learn about new things and likes to like experience life. That's like their perfect partner. So that when y'all two are not together physically, you're both exploring, you're both doing your thing, and they like that space. But you're dating, so then when y'all come back together, then like y'all can share the experiences with each other. But they don't like the mundaneness of relationships, as in like, you gotta text me this time, you gotta text me every morning, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. They don't like rules in a way. Like, they don't like rules. They definitely don't like being told what to do. So definitely do not tell them what to do. They do not like being told what to do, because like I said, they're all about higher learning. A lot of them have a superiority complex, because they are all about learning. So they are very smart. They're very opposite of Gemini. Remember, opposite of Gemini. Geminis are very smart because they're constantly moving their mind. They're constantly looking at things, learning things, constantly like working their mind. So Sagittarius is also very smart because they're constantly learning. Their life is all about exploring and learning about things. So they have a very smart and sharp, quick mind. So a lot of them can feel like they know everything already, which is why they don't like being told what to do by somebody that they feel like doesn't know as much as them or whatever. So like, they hate being told what to do. Sagittarius Venus, Sagittarius Mars people definitely got to work on their superiority complex. I already know that you're very smart. I already know you feel like you're smart. I already know you feel like the world is yours. You can do what you want, kind of thing. I understand that 100%. But you have to use that energy and try to like help people and teach people. Teaching is very important for them. Gemini is a curious one. Gemini is like the student. Sagittarius is the wise one, the explorer, the one that likes to explore a lot and like learn a lot. They are the teachers. Geminis are the students. Sagittarius are the teachers. So you want to use your mind and your experiences and your energy to teach people. You don't want to be like overpowering them or like have that superiority complex. But dating these people, you do not want to tell them what to do. Don't do that. They're going to be like, they just hate being confined. You have to understand that their life every single day is a new experience, which is why they're very spontaneous. A lot of y'all don't like to really plan things out like that. They don't like to really plan like a set plan for the future. They like to just do things off the cuff a lot. And that's a good or bad thing, depending on who you are and who you're with. If you're with somebody that likes stability, that likes to know exactly what's happening every second of the day, every minute, every hour, every week, every day, they want to know everything that's happening. A Sagittarius, Mars person, you won't do well with that person because they don't really like things that are confined. They like freedom, they're free-spirited, they like their space, they like things that are free-flowing and like just freedom. And that's how you attract things in your life, by just like having a free mind, free spirit, being open-minded to different ideas. They are very, very open-minded to different ideas. Like I said, every situation they are in, every place they go, they want to learn, they want to explore, they want to like really like study and like peep shit. So they're very open-minded to other people's opinions, even though they have strong ass opinions. And y'all can be the type to really impose your strong opinions on people, because like I said, Sagittarius people are really like sharp with their tongue. They're really like strongly opinionated and have a strong opinion on things. And they like to debate. They like to talk. Opposite of Gemini, they like to debate with their words. They like to talk like that. And y'all can be the type to have really strong opinions and like to really like, this is what it is and I'm not changing, it is what it is. Like, it could be the type that could be like that. Even though that is true, they're also very open-minded to hearing your side of the story. So if they're talking to you and you're not teaching them something and you're just talking bullshit and they can see that, that's when like they're gonna shut their ears off and not really pay attention to you, and they're gonna move on. But if you're the type, if they're talking to you and you can really like show them something they have not known before, if you can express yourself and like teach them something different, they will definitely like really pay attention and listen to what you're saying, because they really are thirsty for knowledge. They are truth seekers. They are thirsty for knowledge and they are thirsty for the truth. They want to get down to the core truth of every situation. They do not like to say things or do things that is not like real and truthful. This is why they can be like brutally honest. Like Libras can have a tendency to like kind of like sugarcoat the truth or whatever, or trying to like make things all like all peachy creamy and shit. So they don't like to really be brutally honest like that. But Sagittarius people, Sagittarius Mars people, they're all about the truth. They will tell you straight up what's going on. They'll tell you straight up how they feel. So they're very like straightforward to the truth like that. So if you're the type that can really teach them things and really have like a good intellectual mind, they're also very into people that are smart, especially people that can really talk about spiritual knowledge, because they're all about the higher learning. So with spirituality, if you can teach them about spirituality, they will definitely like really be intrigued by you and really be interested in what you're talking about. All right, so Mars also talks about your sexual passions, how you like to have sex. And when it comes to Sagittarius Mars people, when it comes to sex, like I said, their life is all about adventures. They're all about experiencing things. So if you're the type that just does like the same 3 positions, does it in the same setting, like in the house, in the bed, like does it the same thing, if they know what to expect when it comes to having sex with you, that is going to make their interest lower. They really like to have adventure and experience new things. So when it comes to sex, you want to be the type that can like just do things spontaneous, like do it outside, do it in the car, like just do things in different settings. Like I said, they need a constant change of scenery. So don't always like do it in the bedroom, don't always do it in the house. Like do it spontaneously, like try to make it an adventure. They want a partner that could really like broaden their mind. Like I said, you can't learn new things, you can't broaden your mind if you're doing the same thing all the time. So just like to keep the spark alive with this when it comes to sex, just do new things, go to new places, be spontaneous, like make it an adventure, make it an experience. It's all about the experience. They're not really into like the sexual act like that. They're into the experience and how it feels. Like water signs are all into the emotional intimacy. So they are the type that like low-key will not have a problem like doing the same thing all the time, as long as like that emotional connection is there. For Sagittarius Mars, they are into having the different change of scenery, having the adventure, doing the new thing, doing like different weird things. They like doing different things. They want to explore and expand their mind in all areas of life. So when it comes to that, keep that in mind. You want to make things like spicy and keep it like, just don't keep it boring, because they hate being bored. Understand they're the opposite of Gemini. Remember, Geminis, you have to keep them stimulated at all times, or they will be bored and then they will leave because they have another thing to explore, another thing to like really get into. Opposite of Gemini, Sagittarius is the same way. They get bored very easily. Fire signs are very restless people because they are fire. Fire is hot. Fire is constantly moving. They get bored when they're doing the same thing, when they're not being stimulated and doing something different. So if you're the type that does not know how to like be spontaneous like that doesn't know how to like just like keep spark alive, that doesn't like to do different things, that is not adventurous like that, Sagittarius Mars will not be a good person for you, because, and they will tell you straight up the reason why they're leaving is because boom, boom, boom. Like they will tell you straight up the reason why this is not working is because you don't do this, or because I don't feel like, or I'm bored, or they'll tell you straight up with the reason why, because they're very truthful like that. And when they're telling you this, it's gonna hurt, because truth hurts when it's like really, when it's said in a brutally honest way. It's like you can't argue it, but what they say is true. But the way they say it makes you want to come back and say something back to them. But then what they say is like so true, it just makes you like, all right, bro, you got that. It's like you can't. It's hard to debate with these people because they really speak the truth. But Mars and Sagittarius people, and I say this in all my Sagittarius videos, the way that y'all come off sometimes can be very aggressive. So I'm about to talk about what happens when y'all get mad. Y'all do get mad pretty quickly. Things take you off pretty quickly. But when y'all have like explosions of anger, that's because y'all like to compress or compartmentalize, I think that's the word, all your anger until one small thing is like the last straw, and then just like the volcano comes out. Y'all like to live life optimistically, so y'all like to like, you know, a lot of times you might cover your anger or your emotions by just being like optimistic and smiling all the time and being like adventurous and like having that high drive energy, like, but covering all your emotions and all your anger. But you just like to have that high drive energy, and the more you do this, the more it builds up, and then there could be like one small final thing, and then that's when it comes out, and that's when your words, that's when the swords come out brutally crazy. It comes out fast. The opposite of Gemini, so they're really good with their words as well. They're really good at using their words for weapons. If you get them mad like that, they're really good at that. Understand that. And that's when their brutally honesty comes out. And that's also when y'all can get the rep of being cold and detached. And that's when they'll be like, they don't want to deal with the negativity, so they'll just like, and like just like forget about it, or just like move it to the side, or not even think about it. And that's how they'll come off like they're cold, just because they just like take that negativity out their life, because they like being positive. To manifest things in your life, to be in a good spirit, to have like a pure energy, you have to constantly be in positive energy. So when negativity comes your way, y'all can have a tendency to just like brush it to the side, or just like forget about it, or like to like move it to the side, not really like handling that negative energy. You like to move it to the side and keep that optimistic mindset on and going. That's a good and bad thing. Like I said, it's a good thing because, like, you know, you keep yourself positive and you're going to keep manifesting things because you're in a positive mindset. It's negative because when it builds up, it'll be like one small thing that'll just make it go off the wall kind of thing. But one thing that does get them mad, like I said, is when they want to do something and you're restricting them from doing it. When they have like a drive or a passion to do something, like whenever something sparks in their head that they're passionate about, they want to go get it. So when they want to do something and you're restricting them from doing it, that's what gets them mad. It's like, why am I not able to do what I want? Oh, it's because of you? All right, so I'm about to put my anger out on this person, because like they need that freedom. They need to feel free and do what they want. To attract these people though, a secret is you want them to chase you. You don't want to chase after a Sagittarius Mars person. You want them to do the chasing, because like I said, they like their freedom. in the beginning, they want to have like that friend that they could just like kick it with, go on adventures with. And then like that friendship will grow over time, and then they will catch feelings, and then they will like bring up the relationship, or they will tell you how they feel because they're truthful. They will tell you the truth, and then they will feel comfortable and tell you like, all right, so I'm catching feelings for you. But if you're like with them and you're the person bringing up the relationships, if you're the person bringing up the feelings and all that, that is what's going to be like, oh, red flag. He or she wants to like, contain me. He or she wants to pin me down. So I'm about to go the other way. So secret is, let them chase you. All you should do is be that person that could go on adventures with them. Be that person that can keep them in a positive mindset by being funny. They love people that are funny. Like having a good sense of humor is perfect for Sagittarius Mars people, or Sagittarius energy in general. Have that good, like, just have like a positive mindset about life. Be explorative. Have like be independent. Like just live life the same way they do. And over time, they will bring up their feelings to you, and they will tell you how they feel. And when they do it, that's being truthful. They're going to tell you the truth. And then you could like, carry on that relationship. So like I said, don't chase these people, even though they are very, very attractive, because their energy is like free flowing and they're so optimistic and they have like good smiles and just really like good energy. The more you chase them, the more they run away. Understand that. The more you let them go and let them do what they want and give them the freedom to do what they want and give them the space, they will come to you. That's how it goes. So that's my video on Mars in Sagittarius. I hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is going to be on Mars in Mars in Capricorn. You already know I'm about to go in. Yeah, Mars in Capricorn. All right, my next video is going to be on Mars in Capricorn. You already know I'm about to go in. If you have subscribed to my channel, appreciate all y'all for real, for real. Shit is growing hella crazy. Understand that. I'm like really thankful and grateful for everybody that has supported me. If you haven't subscribed yet though, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'ma see y'all when I see y'all.